It actually taxes income in all its forms, and I believe we must do that.
Honourable Trevor Mallard.
I don't think we often get bills which more clearly define the difference between the people who are ruling in the interests of the wealthy and high income and those people who care about middle income New Zealanders and, sir, about common sense. I want to throw back to the Minister in the chair his comments that helped him do so well at a previous election, and to point out to him that this bill is not about revenue in the end. I agree with him on that. What it is a break on the transfer of wealth in order to avoid the revenue system in other ways. He knows well the thousands and thousands and thousands of cases of Kiwis around who, through use of trust arrangements, avoid or gain working for families, and the kids of the farmers all over the country who drive Range Rovers to university and then get full allowances. They drive Range Rovers to university owned by the family trust, and then they claim allowances when poor kids and middle income kids, people whose families are earning way below the average income, are not eligible for those allowances. And the Minister knows that the break on the transfer of assets and also income to trust, one of the breaks, I think administrative stuff, legal fees is one of them, but one of the very important breaks is gift duty. Because what it does, it doesn't stop the process, but it slows the process. It means that for very large assets, it can take decades to transfer from an individual to trust, or through the forgiving provisions, which I'm sure the member is aware of. And I know that a lot of members opposite are. I know a lot of members opposite are aware of the provisions which forgive and therefore gift. They loan and then they gift. And Simon Bridges is proud of it. He says, I've ripped off the tax system. I make middle-income people pay tax while I avoid mine. Well, that's what and he's proud of it. Sir, I just think it is amazing that we have a young member who's meant to be principled, and he is so proud. And he is so proud that poor people pay tax so he can avoid it. Poor people pay tax so he can avoid it. And, sir, I want to know whether the people at Belmont, at Oharu, in the minister's electorate, are aware of the fact, because most of them, sir, are wage and salary earners, the vast majority of them, that I want to know if they are happy with him acting for the privileged in the way that he is doing now. Because all of it, vast majority of his arguments I agree with. There's not a lot of money in it. There's some administration involved in administering it. There is a lot of money spent with lawyers and accountants, far too much. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a photocopier as far as many of these trusts are concerned, in my opinion, Mr. Chairman. But what this does is it stops this change, is designed to let people of privilege hide their wealth and hide their income and to rip off the state. And I'm sick of the biggest beneficiaries of the tax system being the rich. I'm sick of the Prime Minister getting $1,000 a week tax cuts while the GST goes up on my beneficiaries. I'm sick of an arrangement being made to void the tax liabilities of people who are the wealthiest. And, sir, this minister, who I believe actually deep down knows what he's doing is wrong. He used to have principles, and we've discussed these matters in the past, but what he's doing, sir, to suck up to his ministerial colleagues is to take a bill through which privileges the rich.